Today, it's all about cooking the perfect steak. I'm talking about the absolute perfect steak to temperature that you can ever do in your life. Hey, it's gonna be some good groceries. I wanna show you how I do it. Hey, let's go. That's some good groceries. Got a nice bone-in ribeye. It's about 1.5 inches thick, and we're gonna cook this perfectly. What we're gonna do is we're gonna sous vide these steaks. Sous vide, S-O-U-S-V-I-D-E, 2 words. It means under pressure, and it's just a French term. Chef Nate, he'll be proud of me. So I got a bone-in ribeye. It's probably I would say about a pound. It's up to you about how you wanna do this. Me, I go pretty simple. Sometimes I just do a little bit of salt, and that's it. And some people might do a little bit of butter. Some people might put a little sprig of rosemary, some thyme in there, butter. You know, the sky's the limit is what you want to do. Today, just doing some Essentials Blend from Blackstone. Going really, really simple. Just gonna season this up like that. Because we're gonna season it up again because that's what we're using the Blackstone for, to sear this beast. We got our steak seasoned up nicely. And again, you don't have to worry about getting it too crazy, but that's pretty much it. Now, oh, let me get a little bit more on this side right here. Just a little bit more. So you wanna get you a plastic bag, and I'm gonna take my ribeye and place it into the bag. If you want to put this in a vacuum sealer bag and vacuum seal it, that's what sous vide actually means, under vacuum. And you can certainly do that, but you don't need to. You can do it just in a regular old baggie, just like this, and it's perfectly fine. So it's gonna leave the bag open just for a little bit. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So what I did before, I started one earlier, and this is my water bath that I use. You can use about anything. You can use a cooler, you can use a pot, pan. You just need something to hold this sucker in. And man, that thing is squishy. It's gonna be nice, it's gonna be tender, but it's 128 degrees. It can't go no more, can't go no less, unless you take it out early. But that's the way you can ensure that it's perfectly cooked to medium rare. 128 is where I like it. I wanna show you how I kind of bathe my ribeyes. I take the bag and I got it open right here. And whenever you do that and you submerge it, you're basically forcing the air out. And that essentially makes that vacuum seal that you don't need to take that other step with a vacuum sealer. If you want to, it's fine. I didn't want to take out my vacuum sealer, vacuum bags, and all that kind of good jazz. So there we go. This is a little rack. If you got a little clip, you can for sure clip your items to that, but I just kind of lop it over. And there we go. We're gonna let this go for about an hour and a half. That will be enough to cook this all the way through. You wanna go longer? No big deal. You could go longer. All it will do, well, it will start tenderizing that meat. It'll start breaking down the meat, which is what sous vide is good for. All right, so we have our steak. It's in a bag. Now, when you take this out, it's not gonna look the best in the world, but don't worry, it's gonna be great. Super, super tender. Take you some paper towels. I like to get a little baking sheet, one of these small ones. Line it with some paper towels. The juice in here, you can use it to make a little reduction, a little sauce later on if you want. It's totally up to you. I am not. I'm gonna do a little butter bath at the end, so stay tuned for that. Just take another paper towel. You wanna get the exterior dry, because what is the enemy of a nice crust? Moisture. Moisture, moisture. So we wanna make sure we get it nice and dry. And while you're doing that, we're gonna head over here. We're gonna get our Blackstone cranked up. We want it cranked high. High. Okay? All right, so while the griddle is warming up, I got the steak. It's nice and dry now. What I like to do, because it's dry and it's actually cooked, is I like to add just a little bit of oil. You don't want a lot of oil because it just won't stick. I'm just gonna spritz it just like that. Just like that. And that way my seasoning will stick to it. So what are we gonna do for seasoning? I wanna do 2 seasonings actually. One, I really dig this High Plains steak seasoning from Blackstone. Just gonna do a little bit there. And then this steakhouse seasoning, like it as well. Just gonna come in here, just like that. Flip it on the other side. This is a big old piece of steak. It'll take some seasoning, all right? We're just gonna let this kind of sit here for a little bit and let the salt stuff kind of start dissolving, kind of start working with the meat. That way it'll stay on there. You could also use some powdered egg white, or you could do an egg white and brush on that. That'll give it a nice crust as well. But I found, put a little bit of oil, just a little bit, just to get it to stick. It's pretty good. So while we wait for our griddle to get up to temperature, it's actually nice and smoking hot, I just want to introduce you to the things we're going to add. Right at the end, we're going to baste it in some of this butter, rosemary, thyme, and garlic bath. Oh my gosh. And then when it's done, we'll put the steak onto this and then pour that beautiful butter bath right over top of it. Whew. Well, I'd like to have a little butter bath of that. Come on. I just wanted to tell you what this looked like. That way you can do it for yourself. But then also, we'll be busy in a minute, okay? I gotta ask, have you ever sous vide before? You ever tried it before? I would love to know down below. And is this something that you would love to try yourself? All right, guys, our griddle, as you can see, it is smoking hot. And it's hot outside too. It's like 100 degrees out. Temperature of the griddle top is 600 degrees. 600 degrees, wow. Avocado oil. I'm gonna put that down right into the center. Just gonna swish that around. We got our beautiful ribeye here. And just like that, we're gonna stick it right down. I got one of these bacon presses, just a Blackstone press. I like to wrap it in full, and I like to put that on. That way it makes a great contact patch. Really, really enhances that sear. I'm gonna let this sit here for, I don't know, 30 seconds or so, and then I'm gonna flip it. All right. So the key here is, y'all, I don't want to let it sit here too much because it will start to band. Banding meaning it'll start turning gray on this one side. So we're just gonna keep flipping it until we get the sear we want. Wanna go to a separate side, we put it right here. Just gonna put it right there. Oh, look at that thing. Would you look at that? That is a crust. All right, put that there. At this point, the griddle top, I'm gonna cut it off because I just don't think it's needed. Plenty of heat already here, so we're good to go. All righty, let's see what we got. Perfect. I think we'll start now. We're going to go ahead and start our butter bath. Probably gonna do about a half a stick of this butter. Woo, that's hot. Gonna let it go right up against that steak. A little bit of thyme. Oh yeah. Another sprig of rosemary. And of course, some garlic. Oh my goodness. Look at that right there. If you can just smell this right now, y'all, it is unbelievable. Flip that, because that steak, dang it. I like to take my spatula and just kind of chop up the garlic just a little bit. Kind of helps bring out that flavor. Y'all, this thing's done. I mean, the sous vide already kind of did everything for us. So, all right, take this out of the way, get our cutting board. And right there, my friends. Yes. Some of this garlic. Lay that right over your steak. God, boy, it's sizzling. Let's head over to the cutting board. And there you have it, folks. There's our beautiful ribeye, beautiful crust. Let this rest for, 5-10 minutes. It's actually been this has been resting a long time because I've been doing beauty shots, that kind of thing for thumbnail. That right there is a good indicator. That is the bone. Moment of truth right here. I'm just gonna come right in the middle. What do you think, huh? Woo! Watch this. Look at that. Look at that. Good night. As you can see, pretty much red. I may have left it on the griddle just a little bit too long. You see this little bit of a bend? Not much. That's why you always want to flip. But good Lord Almighty. Look at that cross section right there. You cannot beat sous vide and the perfect doneness. Just can't do it. Can't do it. You really can't mess it up unless you put it on the wrong temperature. So there you have it. I'm gonna just kind of lop this off right here. Oh man. Oh. That's not even my taste test. That's not even my taste test, y'all. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Tired of teasing y'all, but look at this. It's just medium rare goodness. 128 degrees. Perfect. If you wanted to come in, put a little bit of post dust on it. Go right ahead. I'm not even going to say cheers. I'm going to ask permission. So tender. It is a ribeye. You can also do some really creative things with sous vide with your tougher cuts. It makes them nice and tender, especially if you go for a long duration of time. Want to slop up some of that butter juice right there. Look at that. Come on now. Y'all, I hope you can give us a try. Sous vide cooking sounds intimidating, but it's not, y'all. Really, really easy. It's another really awesome tool to have in your arsenal. And of course, a Blackstone Griddle puts that perfect crust on it. Don't have to stink up your house. Just making some good groceries. Hey, I appreciate you sticking around. Hey, head on over to the Blackstone Network where you see other awesome videos just like this. Hey, I'm Matt Hussey. That's some good groceries.